I'm
What is
James
going
Limpton.
on here?
Hello, welcome to Inside the Podcaster Studio. I'm James Limpton,
I'm DJ Valentine.
and we're going to interview a famous podcaster today. You may be wondering,
Who could that be?
I thought I was dead.
I
Well-
thought you were dead, James.
I did die, but there's something called Ozempic that brought me back, and I lost a little bit of weight.
That's not how it
That's
works.
all it took.
That's all it takes.
That's all it took.
He was a method actor. He died for real. His method acting was
So
phenomenal.
I have some questions here for you.
Advice.
He's got some questions for you as well.
Who are you
this fun?
interviewing?
Isn't this great? Matthew Stewart.
Matthew
Oh.
Stewart.
We're interviewing you, the podcaster
Me.
of the year.
Of the whole year?
Yeah.
Wow, look at
I gotta
me.
get my notes together.
Well, I used to do Inside the Actor Studio, but no one really cares about actors anymore. So we're doing
suck.
podcasting because they say, was it
That is true.
MySpace, Tiki Talkie, and
No,
Instagram is the
No.
top thing
It's-
now.
Yes,
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
that's what all the actors are saying.
That's what they say.
So I also heard today, as we air this episode,
Yes.
it's a wonderful day.
That's a fantastic day.
It's your birthday.
Oh,
So
yes, it's
happy
my
birthday.
Oh, thank you, Ghost.
I remember one time I was with Olivier, and
Lawrence.
I studied
I call him
with
Larry.
I studied with Olivier with under
Under duress.
Sarah. Sarah was her name. Sarah Butterworth.
Well,
And well, let's just say Maggie Smith was part of that class.
she's
And
got
let me tell you something. When it was your birthday and Maggie Smith was there, just take out the whipped cream, and boy, did we have.
Wow.
I don't
I
think
know.
I need to go
it's
into it.
Too soon. Too soon. Too
Oh,
soon.
she was
October
fun.
15th was a very important date in just history, general
Yes.
history.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Not only in 1983, but in 1973, 63, 80, I'm sure 1952. When did that take? When was it? I'm going to interview you for a second there, James. So when was that? When you were in the desert with Larry and Maggie and all of them in the whipped cream?
Desert.
I don't really
Sure, it
remember
was a
much.
desert.
Kids these days don't want to hear about raunchy escapades
No, they
with
don't.
Maggie Smith.
No,
Too
not-
soon.
But we do have some questions for you, and like all the
Wow.
viewers want to know, let's ask some questions, shall we, DJ?
Yes, yes.
And welcome to the Podcaster Studio, episode 1. Your
You
name
only-
is
the last one.
Matthew Stewart,
Yes, still.
and you're with the Simplistic Reviews podcast.
yeah.
How about
Quite,
that?
it's quite a podcast. It's,
How about that?
How about that?
Wow, that's great.
I know.
So, for the first question I have, can you tell us what is your favorite movie commentary?
Oh wow! I mean, we've done so many. We've gone almost over 100 at this point.
Really?
We're
about
close. We're close, James. We're cutting hair away, as the
But I'm
kids
sure
like to say.
there's been a few that just stick in your mind.
Just really stand out, right? You know, just really get my nipples twisted up.
Oh, Maggie Smith.
I know. Just think about Maggie.
Leave Maggie alone.
Maggie.
Let
in
her
the desert.
rest, for Christ's sakes.
No, never rest. The dead never die. Never the dead do dance. Here's one that was a fun one in my podcasting people co-hosts might appreciate this. I always enjoyed the Pit, the commentary
Oh,
for the Pit.
yes, the pits.
It was one of those
Classic.
movies where we were watching and saying, "Wow, this movie is way above our pay grade. We should
We're
not be
smart
watching
enough-
this." The
We're
movie
not
was
old
actually
enough
quite
to watch
good.
this movie.
Yeah.
I could see the joy in your eyes.
Oh, it was great. Yeah. It's a movie about a kid throwing people in a fucking pit,
I mean, it's pretty simple.
and then monsters come out of the pit and ravage the town. Just a nice hot
Ambiguous
Saturday,
ending, too.
and
Incredible.
on a nice sultry fall weekend. You know.
Wow.
It was quite good. I think it's some of her best work to date.
Probably.
I would have to agree. I would have to agree.
I know. Even James, surprisingly, you remind me of somebody that I might have met in my past.
I have that face.
You do. You have one of those
Got one of those
faces.
faces.
Just it's
He's got one of those
incredible.
faces.
Got one of those
A lot of
faces.
people have my hairdo.
They do.
Ark of the Covenant here. Mr. Stewart,
Yes. Yes.
what is
Mr.
your
Valentine.
favorite on-screen death
Ever?
ever?
Wow.
Ever.
Out of all the deaths.
Ever.
Not Maggie
see.
Smith.
Not
She didn't
Maggie
die on
Smith. She
screen.
died off screen. That's one of my
Off-screen.
favorite off screen deaths.
That's true.
A lot of great off-screen deaths. Maggie Smith, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Elvis. Elvis is probably one of my favorites.
They can-
the king dying on a throne. How
Captivating on the screen.
Captivating.
Captivating in real life.
And yes, such a what a
Blowing
what a
up
marvelous-
their stomachs with huge amounts of food, drugs, and
Drugs,
vomiting,
sex,
vomiting to death.
Yeah.
vomiting to death, and shitting at the same time, and just
Incredible.
incredible stuff. But you know what I always appreciate? I always like when a girl can turn into a cockroach and die.
Oh.
And Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. You know, it's a great one. You know, it's
Remaster, huh?
a nice hot, sexy workout girl turns into a bug. You know, nothing says sexy gym time like that. You know, it's something.
How do you
else.
fall asleep while working out? Who cares?
I know. I don't understand how that happens either. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's pretty good. But her death was actually when she gets crushed by Frederick Krueger.
Frederick Krueger.
The great
Remember
Frederick
that
Krueger. Remember that, James?
cinema
Remember that time-
moment.
Remember that time when you and I were working out in the gym, all hot and sweaty, and the smell of musk in the air. You remember that? Man, that's the day you started losing your hair, but it wasn't the hair on your head; it was the other, the other hair. You remember that?
I remember I used to have quite the physique, like Kurt Russell once did.
You were veiny too, very veiny.
Please
Before Ozempic.
please move on. Ugh.
Talking about sex,
No.
what is your favorite sex scene?
Oh, favorite sex scene. Sex scene. So many to pick from.
What gets you going?
What gets the motor revving?
What gets you looking at that door? You're afraid somebody's going to be walking in at the wrong time.
Or the right time, depending on what situation it is. So many things can happen. Well, there might be a tie here. There's a little movie, Showgirls, where
Pool scene?
the pool scene. Just I've never seen people fuck in a pool like that. It was captivating. It
Very
was
dangerous.
Well,
it
I'll
looked
tell you
it
one
looked like
time.
an Olympic sport. Honestly,
Hitchcock had a party at his house back in Beverly Hills, and boy, talk about an egg party.
Yeah,
Poor Janet Leigh.
they weren't calling her Janet Lee. They were calling her Janet Knees back then because that's what she was doing a lot of work from.
Scrape
man.
those knees,
You know.
she did.
Matthew, what is your favorite horror movie?
Horror movie. Wow. Yeah. This is it's a loaded question. There's a lot of good ones out there.
Naked
That's what we
Gun?
do.
Loaded Gun?
PodcasterStudio.
I know. Some of these questions were catching me completely off guard because I didn't know
Oh,
I
you
was
just
showing
wait.
up until about 5 minutes ago. They called me and I heard your last guest cancels.
Yeah, it's true.
You were looking for somebody to fill in here really quick.
Maggie Smith. She canceled
Yeah,
because she died.
Maggie Smith.
Oh,
the ultimate cancellation.
I
Just
know. Can't even blame her. I mean,
I can't look at whipped cream ever the same again.
she's gone. She's gone, folks. Oh God, this is a good one. You know what? I'm gonna go with The Shining. I think.
oh,
Yeah, just I guess like when women are really terrified in real life, not just because of the movie, because of the people they're working with.
so you're
I
Team
like
Kubrick.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of unsafe working environments. Especially in the '80s when
Well, I am a big fan of
when
furries
men were
blowing
and
men.
women were supposed to be
That's-
scared by men.
That did happen. That did happen in the movie.
Matthew.
Furry did blow a guy.
Yes,
I love your answers, and our students are listening.
they are.
And
They're currently dropping out.
We took a a question from the audience.
Oh,
And they'd like to know, what is your favorite hero on the silver screen?
oh, on the old silver screen. Oh, there's so many, God, it's funny about these kids. They think there still are heroes out there. When you really dig down into them, there's no heroes. Everybody's shitty. It's horrible. You're actually wasting a lot of money in this acting school. You say? What do you should be? This should be the podcasting school. James, I know you just came back from the dead.
From the dead.
From the dead. We had to dig up your old blood.
Ozempic is a wonderful drug.
Full of Ozempic, but that was a really stupid question. Who's that? Point the kid out. Who's the kid?
His name is Roger.
Roger? Yeah, fuck Roger.
Matthew, what is your favorite movie scene?
Movie scene.
Oh, it just sticks with you. You can't get it out of your mind.
You know what? I'm gonna. Since we're doing all this horror stuff, it's great. You know what really sticks in my mind? When old Jaws takes a big old bite out of our good friend Quint and bites him in half, and he spits up a pool of blood out of his mouth, and it's like,
traumatized me.
Guess what? That movie was PG.
Brilliant. It gets me every time.
It gets me going.
Every
it's
time.
The juice is flowing, He'll never wear a life vest again.
I'll never wear a life jacket again.
He'll never have to.
He's dead.
He's dead too.
Dead. Yeah, Robert Shaw also dead.
I heard Robert Shaw was at some of your parties too, James.
Robert Shaw was amazing. He had some of the greatest lines in cinema. Speaking of lines.
Lines.
What is your favorite cinema line?
I don't know if you were talking about those lines or a different type of line, James. Man,
but
James,
seriously,
you're a real cut up.
From the mind to the page, the writer. Putting it on pen to paper. What is your favorite actor's line that just sticks in your head?
It sticks in my mind, and I can't get it out of my mind. Right? It's stuck there, and I'm trying to do my best to pull it out. How can I
yank
pull this? How can I yank this line out? I gotta yank this line. It's a tough one. I would say, my favorite line.
Pulled in, just like Natalie Wood should have been pulled in from the ocean.
I know. I'm trying to dredge her body out from under the only wood that won't float. I wish that was a line. It's not a line. It's real. It's a real life
really
scenario. It's a real scenario that actually happens. You might appreciate this, James, because a good friend of mine. He loves this character, and he always says, "The name is Bond, James Bond." Loves that line. How about
Classic
that?
line.
Classic. And he loves that line. He loves.
Wouldn't we all like to say that?
Yeah, wouldn't we all like to say that? What a line! What a line! What a man! What a movie!
Great line!
What a man!
Matthew, what is your most hated movie?
Hated movie? I don't typically go out of my way to watch movies that I hate. I find that to be laborious and ineffective use of my time. But as any good podcaster, you have to watch movies.
The bad ones.
That you really hate. You got to watch shitty movies, good movies, bad movies. This is a pretty recent movie, but it sticks in my mind because I really hate this movie quite a bit. Little movie. It's a remake of. I don't know if it's a remake or a remastering or Halloween Kills. That movie is. It's a real shit pie.
It really killed you, didn't you?
It did. I wish I would have just ended it that night. I wish my evil would have died that night.
Oh, please.
But, actually,
franchise died.
I think here's the irony of it all. I hate that movie, but I think "Evil Dies Tonight" might be my favorite line in cinema history.
Well, to go with my co-hosts here, with most hated movie. What is your most hated actor?
Hated actor? Wow.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Who do I really hate? Who do I hate?
And you can't say Frankie Muniz.
Oh, no, not again.
Man,
not again.
Not
Too many
again,
lawsuits.
right?
Too many lawsuits.
I know. I can't keep going back to the old well, right? So I gotta drill something new and different.
I think she played Catwoman.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I haven't thought about it in a while because I try to put bad shit away. It disrupts my my
The
process. Trying to
process.
think of people you hate disrupts the process. But if I really want to really dig down and really get the vitriol out and really get my again, I keep going back to the juices. Get the juices flowing. The juices,
Oh,
juices, juices.
Cary Grant used to say that to me when I would
Oh,
hang out with him. Get your juices flowing. Get it
just flow
out.
the
I think he was
juice.
Let it
he dead before he
flow.
died.
No,
Squeeze the
just
orange.
I
grab
think he
that
was
crank
alive.
and juice it out.
Juice that hatred of that
I
actor.
know, just like you're watching the scene in Saving Private Ryan with your best buddy in the army and stuff like that when you're in the theater,
Squeeze it like it's the last bit of
like old
toothpaste you have
KS,
in your tube.
like old KS does all the time when he
Getting
thinks
very
about
homoerotic.
Normandy. Um, yeah, but let's go with an oldie but a goodie. You gotta root against Anne Hathaway. There's no other way. I know.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Well, I'd like to put my root against Anne Hathaway, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
well, you keep
Very
your
high.
roots. I'm gonna snip your roots.
She's an Arsenal fan too, so I kind of
Oh, what do you know about podcasting
nothing.
and hating people
Absolutely
online?
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I don't even know how it works.
You're talking to the microphone, James.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
brilliant.
Just aim that way.
Ah,
I don't know how he does it.
I don't know how
I
it does it.
do
It's magic, I think.
technology.
Like,
Brilliant.
give me back my ideas.
The actor no one seems to recognize.
Matthew, what's your favorite theme song?